Aryesh Sharma says, "Hi, I'm Aryesh Sharma. I can see you're here on the YouTube chat. Hello, my friend. Currently pursuing my bachelor's degree in 3D, mainly work on creating game-ready props and focus on achieving a realistic look in my work. I've recently completed 4 props and I'm continuously working to improve my quality and realism with every new project. My future goal is to move into character creation, but right now I'm focused on building strong skills in props for games." Let's take a look. I've seen this one before. I think I'm gonna call you out, man. Creating 3D models using reference. Yeah, that one's fine. I mean, the tiling here, it's too obvious. We gotta be careful on that one right there. Oh my, dude, come on. And I'm gonna call you out because you're here on the chat. What is this, man? What is that tiling right there? If you're going to be using tileable textures, that's fine, but this makes absolutely no sense in 2 ways. The construction of this chimney being thicker on the upside and lower or thinner on the downside, like this absolutely makes no sense. From an architectural perspective, it has to be the opposite way. It needs to be thicker on the bottom side and then thinner as we go higher and higher. Otherwise, this whole weight right here is going to just break all of these bricks and the whole thing's going to crumble to the ground. And look at the UVs right there. Again, if you're using tileable textures, you need to push them to make sure that they're matching the right way. I understand. If this was your first project, I totally understand. But I'm pointing things out because this is the things that people are going to notice on your portfolio, and they're going to call you out on it as well, okay? So if this was your first project and you've done like better things now, then it might be a good option to just take this one out, right? Because it's going to hurt you more than it's going to help you. Now, this one, again, I've seen this before. I've seen this like had before in other portfolios, and I'm not sure if it's from a tutorial. I'm pretty sure it is. Texturing looks fine. It's okay. I do think the grain of the cloth, it's a little bit too intense, and some of the normals are pushing things a little bit too strongly. But I mean, it's fine. It works as an asset. Yeah, the UVs are fine. Again, I'm a little bit concerned because as I've mentioned before, I've seen this hat several times, so I'm not sure if you did this one or if you just worked on the texturing of this one. And it's the normal information is too intense. A good way to check this here. So if you go to the normals on your element and the colors are too intense, like that, like super intense purple, that's a sign that your normal map information might be too extreme and you're trying to solve too much with the normal map when it should be like included on the modeling somehow. Okay, yeah, I remember what I was gonna call you out on. So this thing right here, this reads like a prompt. I'm not sure if you did it. If you are very honest right now and you say, yeah, I use ChatGPT to generate the notes, I would very much respect the honesty, to be honest. But the thing is, look at this. It says, a highly detailed 3D model of a sword designed with sharp edges and realistic metallic textures. Modeling now to this Maya texture in Substance Painter and rendering marvelous in Tuba for final presentation. This game-ready asset is suitable for using character equipment, fancy environments, or cinematic props. And then it even has a little quotation there at the end. That, to me, seems like you used, again, some sort of like AI generation for the whole thing, and it's better just to spend a couple of minutes to just like write your own like description. And I hate to use my own like portfolio as an example, but this is the kind of stuff that you need to add to it, right? Oh no, art station. There you go. So for instance, this one right here, I can include what it is. Undead Park Captain 3D Game Ready Low Power Kit. Based on the concept by, and then I include Labros. Responsible, created as part of a course teaching the full pipeline. Responsible for full pipeline, creation of high poly, low poly, baked, UBs, one single 4K map. So it's a description, right? It's information about what's working on here. Okay, I really respect, Aryesh, I really respect the fact that you are being honest and saying, yeah, I use ChatGPT for this. I'm going to give you one very good tip. ChatGPT is great. I have it. I use it all the time. I use Gemini as well. I use a lot of like AI stuff for my own like inspiration and for some like troubleshooting and helping me with some pipelines and stuff like that. It's fine. It's a tool. I'm not against AI. I'm against generative AI, as we've mentioned before. We'll have the talk another time, but I'm not against that. But there are moments to use it and moments not to use it. This is a moment where I want to know you, Aryesh, right? I want to know who you are, and I want to know what you went through when creating this project. So it's better to say, I created this detailed 3D model of a sword using Maya, Substance Painter, and Marmoset Toolbag. My idea behind this is that this can be a sword that can be used for a game. It's a very important sword of the story. Like, I don't know. Like, I want to know you as the artist, right? I don't want you to be some, like, generic, invented, ChatGPT generated quote here. I want to know who you are. And I saw that here as well. Yeah, now here you mentioned that you're also using Meta AI to generate the fancy house image, and then you create that image or the element from a 3D image. It's better to just grab a concept, man. It's way better to just grab a concept. Let's take a look at this. Again, same prompt, right? A detailed 3D model of a Nordic style axe created to explore ancient weapons. Now, this is not helpful for me. It's not helpful for anyone. I want to know what your process was, right? And I've seen this one before as well. Is this from a tutorial too? I think I've seen this one before. So I've seen the exact same, like, decide, like that thing right there on the back. Like, this feels like, again, like something that's not very unique. So my best advice for you, Aryesh, is go online and look for a concept piece that you can follow and you can do on your own. I want to see how you tackle this kind of stuff, not how the AI or how the tutorial follows a specific element. So yeah. No, it's fine. Again, AI is fine. It's just describe, if you just start describing the process, the slot for description start, yeah, exactly. It's very easy to fill it up. Very easy. And that's one of the things that you can, like, I remember this one right here. It's just a little story. A couple of years ago, I was invited to teach a design masterclass at Sidim. I decided it would be cool to design a demonic character that could fit into the Diablo world. Meet Clabitzdor, the key master of the Abyss. The main goal was to utilize simple geometric shapes to create an intriguing concept. The model was crafted in ZBrush, the textures in Substance, and the rendering in Marmoset. That's it. That's all you need to know, because if someone is interested enough in this kind of like element or object, they're gonna reach out to me and they're like, hey, tell me a little bit more about this class that you taught. Like, what was the design process behind it? Like, what else did you include? And they're like, oh, sure, here, let me share the information with you. So just sharing a little bit of that information, it's a good way to generate that connection with your audience, with possible recruiters, with people. Okay, so again, guys, and I'm gonna be completely clear with this thing. AI is not going away. We need to learn to live with AI, unfortunately. I do think it's going to crash in a couple of years in some, like, big bubbles that are, like, inflating it way too much. But AI is not going away. Like, the same way Google became, like, one of our best tools, the same way Pinterest or ArtStation are important tools for us artists nowadays, that's the same way ChatGPT and all of this, like generators and AIs are going to be part of the whole thing, right? But you need to use them as a tool, not as a crutch. They don't replace you as an artist. Don't let them replace you as an artist. Use them as a tool to make you a better artist, okay? But don't let them take away your work. I saw this thing about AI. It said, the more you use AI for a specific thing, the less you're exercising the specific sort of like creative muscle on your mind for that one thing, right? So, for instance, I use AI quite a bit to help me generate titles for the YouTube videos. It's like, hey, help me generate some interesting, not clickbaity titles for my element. And it gives me options. And then if I like one of them, I'll see if I can change a couple of words around or modify some of the stuff. And it does save me time. I'm not going to deny it. It does save me time because I don't have to think about the titles. But one thing I don't use AI for is tell me what the video should be about. No, like that's letting the AI do the job for me. So I can ask the AI, hey, what topics are sort of like hot right now on the 3D world, and it's going to give me some information. But then I need to, using my experience and using my expertise and using my like the metrics and the analytics that we have, it's like, okay, this topic is probably going to be an interesting topic now, so let's focus on that. And then I make my own videos. I do my own scripts. I do my own sort of like a workflow of how I want to present certain things. I don't let AI take control of the creative process. I just use it as a guide. That's how we should use AI, again, as a tool, as a sort of like a little road or a little like kind of like training wheels. But you don't let AI take control of things, because at that point, what's going to happen is you're not going to be exercising that creative muscle, and you're just going to be losing it. You got to be very careful with that, okay?